have Mrs. Rivera with us, and she'll be answering some of my questions that I have for her. I introduced you, but can you introduce yourself and tell us what your title is?
My name is Miss Rivera, and I'm the Family and Community Liaison here at Synergy and also at Norris Elementary.
What exactly does a liaison do? Like, what is the meaning behind that?
So our job is to make our schools more welcoming, to bridge the gap between the communication between families and the school staff, and to also support our teachers in all that they do.
So, kind of like if students had a problem with a teacher, that's where you would come in, like in
More so, no, that would be like a social worker, but more so like if families had questions regarding, say, your education, regarding your grades, regarding what's going to happen after graduation, things like that, we would support the social worker in doing something like that.
Okay. Does your job also require like, so you said like after high school, like do you help kids with like college things of that sort?
Yes, so our liaison at the high school, she actually puts on certain events regarding, FAFSA, career fairs, things like that. She will support the guidance department in that. And hopefully with me here, we can kind of combine the schools because I know that's been a little bit hard to do in the past. But I'm hoping that with me here that we'll be able to include all high school students.
It's nice.
Mm-hmm.
What is? Okay, I'm sorry. Would you mind sharing with us like what led you to this particular job?
I like to say that I was born into it. My mom created a nonprofit organization in my dad's honor. In 1990, he passed away. He was a firefighter, so he was killed in the line of duty. So she created a nonprofit. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. So she created a nonprofit organization for the community with a whole bunch of different programs. So like after school programming, basketball programming, scholarships, summer camp, and all that. So I was born into that. Basically, I had to go everywhere with her. So I volunteered throughout the community of Waterbury, which is where it's at, for my entire life. Then I became an actual parent liaison in the Waterbury public school system. So it's basically the same job, just different title. And I fell in love with it. I didn't quite know what I wanted to do. I thought I wanted to be a nurse and then didn't know what I wanted to do. And then this job opportunity came about and I applied and I got it and I absolutely loved it. And then one of my coworkers actually sent me this job application for East Hartford Public Schools. And I said, sure, why not? Let me apply for it. And I got it, and it's been like the best ever.
I'm glad you like the East Hartford
I
School
do,
District.
yeah. We're a new office, so it's kind of like we're growing together with the schools and with the Board of Education. So it's really fun.
Is your mom's organization like still around?
Yep. It's gonna be, how old am I? 28 years. Yeah.
Nice.
So right now they just have they narrowed it down because there was so many programs. So they have cheerleading, after school, summer camp, basketball, like skills, and then the scholarship.
Okay, that sounds like a very good thing.
Yeah, it's the Rivera Memorial Foundation. If you're wondering, you can Google it.
Hopefully one day I'm in that area to see it.
Yeah.
What do you think? What is that? What is it that you like the most about your job?
What do I like most about my job? Probably when I put on events and parents come and they're excited about it. More so at Norris, obviously, because it's the little kids. But that's really something that I truly enjoy seeing, like the faces on all the parents and how excited they are. Or even here, like when they have me call, because that's usually what I do, is I call parents. And when it's for something good, because I always say, it's Mr. Rivera, it's for something good, not for something bad. And I say, like, oh, your child's going to get an award. They're like, oh, my gosh, I'm so happy. So that's something like that is what I really, really enjoy. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is a good feeling to see the happiness of somebody else and their kids.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What is one of the hardest parts about your job?
I think the hardest part is making some of the parents who've had bad experiences with the school system feel comfortable. Because that's really hard, especially parents that are not from this country that really don't know how the school system works here. That's something that I think I struggle with, but that I'm learning about every day and, learning from all different kinds of parents, learning from my colleagues. It's something that is a work in progress.
Do you think there's any resources out in East Hartford that could help us, like of that sort, like the things that you do? Mm-hmm. Do you think there's any places in East Hartford that kids that us and our families will be
Yeah.
able to go to?
So the one spot that I would start at is actually the main office that I work out of, and it's the Office of Family and Community Partnerships, and that's where all the liaisons we report to that office. And the coordinator is Dr. Veronica Marion. She's my boss, and it's like a plethora of information. Like if you want to know anything that's going on in the district, like that we're doing, you can find that out there. And if you have a question and we don't know the answer, we will find the answer. We have strong community partnerships with like youth services, intercommunity, which are things that are already in the schools.
Yeah.
But adding that next layer of having the liaisons to communicate with that, it's really informational actually.
Are there like any like gruesome like when I mean gruesome I mean like are there any because I don't know how to explain that like are there any situations at your job that like shouldn't have fell on you, for example, like how you said families come from out of countries and you know they don't have a school system or stuff like that, like I mean of that sort, I guess, like any bad situations ever happened to you that like were kind of like sad, I guess?
I would say that we've had a few immigrant students that have come from really sad situations, either on their own. So
Very sad.
elementary age kids coming like on their own. It's something that's really sad. Something that was sad but turned into something exciting, I think, is when we had a lot of the Puerto Rican students come after Hurricane Maria. We had it was like 50 plus families that came right after that happened. And it was something sad and really close to home for me because that's where my family is from. And I was thinking, what can I do? And it happened around the holiday times. So I thought, let's do a Three Kings event because in Puerto Rico, that's really big. It's huge. And I know that's something that they would miss because they're here. And a lot of places don't really celebrate that. So I got the okay from the superintendent and from my boss to go ahead and do an event. And there was probably like 30 families that came, and I had the Three Kings come, and we had gifts and we had food, and
Awesome.
it was really nice. And for me, I feel that it was something to make them feel welcome, even if they didn't stay much longer after that, because we have a lot of families that went back or they moved to different states because they had family there. I just feel like I did my part, and my team did our part in helping those families out.
You tried to make somebody feel welcome, so
Yeah.
you did do your part. What is a piece of advice that you could give us, like give me and the other students when it comes to building our career path?
First thing I would say is it's okay if you don't know what you want to do. It's completely okay that you don't have like a set goal as far as what you want to do. Because like I said, I thought I wanted to be a nurse, and I was like so gung-ho about being a nurse since I was like a freshman. I was like, yep, I'm going to be a nurse. And then I got to nursing school and I was like, I don't think I want to be a nurse anymore. So I think that's number one, is it's okay to not be confident in what you want to do. But number two is that education is important. So even if you don't know what you want to do, just going to school and taking those core classes so that when it does come time to when you decide, okay, this is what I want to do, you don't have to catch up. Education is super duper important, and it's going to get you a long way. And without it, you can't really go
As far as
as
you
far as you want to go.